Hello and welcome to another video. Today I'm doing a speed build of a Japanese-inspired family home. This is a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom home, but there is an office space that can be converted into a bedroom if you download this and that fits your needs better. I honestly have been looking for an excuse to build in the Snowy Escape world since it's a little bit out of my comfort zone, but the world is so beautiful, but I feel wrong by just building another blue suburban in this neighborhood, so I wanted to give it a go with something that would fit in with the world a bit more. So again, I'm not claiming to be an expert in Japanese architecture or anything, but I tried to go with a traditional paneled house with that double tier roofing that you can see I'm starting to work on and definitely struggling with. But yeah, there's another motivation for me building this as well. I want to start sort of a Let's Play series on my channel. I was thinking to do a Super Sim challenge starting with a child sim. I wanted to do this because I remembered about the character values mechanic from Parenthood. So I wanted to get all of my Sims character values in the green zone and have them age up with that. And as well, I want to go through all the aspirations of the childhood and the teen sim aspirations as well, since I think that would be fitting to also get them a head start as an adult when they are on their own with all their skill gain. So let me know what you think about that. I'm thinking about growing with this sim, and once the challenge is done, maybe continuing some sort of legacy or 100 baby challenge or something, even though I know the 100 baby challenge is something that a lot of people don't recommend. But yeah, as you can see, I'm just kind of working on the roofing right now and struggling with it a little bit. And now I'm just kind of placing some of the windows and doors, going with those Snowy Escape style, as well as that window that I absolutely love from Laundry Day. So I'm just kind of adding some windows around the house. And while I'm doing that, I thought I would just give you a little bit of info about me. My name is Nicole, and if you're new to this channel, first of all, welcome. Love to have you here. And I'm going to be doing some variety content. Some of the games that I enjoy playing a lot are, of course, The Sims 4, which I want to start doing speed builds, let's build challenges quite regularly, and also let's plays. But I also enjoy RPG games. Persona is my favorite series, so I'm hoping to start something on that. So if you're interested in that, please let me know. And I also currently have a series ongoing right now around Genshin Impact and a challenge run that I'm doing. So if you're interested in that, I'm going to provide a link right now, so go ahead and click it if you're interested. But if not, stay here for the Sims content. So as I'm working on trying to figure out the deck placement, let me just ask you how you feel about speed builds in general. I really enjoyed doing this build and would love to continue doing that in the future, but I'm also quite slow at building. I think even just this arguably small house took me about 6 hours to build, but I am interested in maybe doing more edited build with me type videos where you see me building in real time, or potentially even streaming myself building. So if that's something that you're interested in, let me know in the comments, and I can definitely work with that. So now I'm just working on adding a little pond feature. I will spare you the expense of how many times I deleted this pond and re-added it and deleted all the rocks and added them back in, but let me just tell you, it was quite a few times. Like I said, I'm not claiming to be an expert. I just play The Sims for fun. I'm definitely not a professional builder, but you know, like all things, it just takes time and practice. So hoping to get a lot more practice in with these speed builds and taking feedback from any of you. I'm sure you guys are all much more professional builders than I am. So if there's anything that you think you can give me advice on, please feel free in the comments. Of course, kindly as possible, but I will take any feedback that you guys have. So now I'm just adding a little bit of greenery around. I will kind of continue to add more of that towards the end, but I'm kind of all over the place when I'm building. I add some of the stuff, like the backyard stuff, the trees, but then I go inside and then I come back outside. So sorry about that. If that's something that bothers you, then please let me know and I can try to structure my builds a little bit differently. But if that's something that you like and it's quirky and you don't mind it, then of course let me know about that as well, because I'm open to any feedback. I just want to make content that you guys enjoy, and maybe it'll bring a smile on your face, a little chuckle. But yeah, I would like to make this a thing going forward, actually. So I'm posting this on a Wednesday. So maybe this could be sort of a speed build Wednesday or some sort of theme like that. But now we're kind of going inside the house, trying to figure out the floor plan of the upstairs, because oh my gosh, again, let me spare you the expense of how many times I placed those stairs in different locations trying to make it work. I'm just going to show you what it ended up looking like. Here is where I placed the stairs, and now I'm just kind of going around and figuring out the layout downstairs. I started with the kitchen. I feel like that's just the the best place to start. And let me tell you, I spent so long trying to figure out where to put these cabinets, but I went with the Snowy Escape ones because, again, I love the interior decorations and the design of the Snowy Escape world, but it just doesn't really fit in as much with other builds as much. So I'm trying to take advantage of that as much as I can and just use as much of the Snowy Escape items as possible. And I also went with the open shelving here because I found that minimal openness kind of fit with how the other cupboards are, with the cabinets being open as well, and just kind of cluttering it up a little bit here. Again, I don't have all of the packs, so sometimes cluttering can be a bit hard since I don't have all of the kits that have clutter. Like the everyday clutter pack is something I want to get. But that being said, I also basically used every pack that I currently own. So I'm sorry about that if it's difficult for you to download. I totally understand what it's like to see this beautiful build that your favorite creator has made and you can't download it because you don't own all the packs, or you do download it and half of the furniture is missing. So I totally understand that aspect as well. So if you are someone that would want me to do some more limited pack builds, please let me know. I would also love to know what your favorite packs are. Then maybe I can make some limited pack builds around that. But yeah, now that I'm finished with the kitchen, just moving on to the living room, I really wanted to use the kotatsu table in here because it is just looks so comfy and cozy. Like, I really wish I could have this in my home, but it kind of feels out of place if you're not doing it in the Snowy Escape world. So Mount Kabarevi is where it goes. So I took advantage of the location and the family and just added that while I can here. So now I'm just working on a little bit of a living room nook, nothing too crazy here. Like I said, this house is kind of minimalistic Japanese style, so there's not too much around here, just kind of basic wall decor and then just the rugs to kind of spiff things up. So I just made this little window nook because I think that would be just beautiful to sit in while you're reading or just hanging out during the day, and just a few Japanese inspired imagery, some illustrations. Those little flower pictures are so beautiful, and just some of the more Japanese plants. And then this room here is our small office room. It's pretty bare bones. I didn't add a lot of decorations in here because I figured the Sims that will live here, mostly the parent Sims, are going to be doing artistic work, so I wanted to decorate it with that sort of thing as I'm playing the game. So that's why it's kind of IKEA-esque, bare bones, basic walls, nothing really crazy about it. But if you do download this, feel free to convert it into a small bedroom or add some more decorations. Again, I was just wanting to have something simple here. But yeah, you can do whatever you'd like with it. And now I'm working on the parent bedroom, which you might be thinking, why are the parents sleeping in the smaller room? And honestly, it's because the Super Sim is the one that I care the most about, so I gave her the better room. But yeah, normally I would definitely have the parent suite be that bigger room with the balcony on the other side of the house. But yeah, just something simple here. I created a custom shelf with that awkward nook in the wall, and then just some basic wall hangings here and the mirror. Nothing crazy. The parents are simple people. They're not even going to be a part of the story, so I didn't want to make their room too spiffy or anything. But now I'm moving on to the important room, which will have our Super Sim, who I've already decided will be very artistic as a child and of course, we're going to be doing all of the other aspirations and stuff too, but I gave her a very vibrant room. Ugh. I gave her a very vibrant room with a lot of bright colors. I found that this would be fitting for a child or a teen, and of course, as the sim grows up, her interests, her style might change, but for now, I really liked the color blue and green for her with those yellow and pink accents. So I'm just adding a couple of child/teen-like decorations, you know, some posters around, the records. A lot of high school years is used in this room, so if that is a pack that you have, this is probably the room for you. But also other kit items like the pastel pop a lot in here, since I love that kit. That's honestly the best kit ever, and I don't have a lot of kits. But yeah, now I'm just finishing up with some of the artwork in this room, and then I'm going to be working on the balcony shortly, where I'm just going to add some skill items for our sim to use, and then also just a cool teen hangout spot, because this is going to be the place to hang out, and she's going to have to do all of those high school things where she's going to have to make friends and stuff. So this will be a really great hangout spot for her when I get to that point in the game. And that's also another thing. I've had high school years, but I've never had a teen sim, because I always start with a young adult. I don't know if this is a common thing, but I tend to start with a young adult and then I get bored and not really continue it. So I'm trying to start with a child this time so I can go through the whole motions, experience the high school, which I've heard is quite controversial and not a lot of people really like it, but I guess we'll have to decide that for ourselves. But yeah, if you have any ideas for how I should play this, of course, feel free to let me know. I'm all ears on any suggestions. But yeah, I'm just adding a few things like the yoga mat and the meditation stool. Maybe we can get started on things like gardening as well when our sim grows into a teen. But now that I am finished with the interior, I'm just going to finish off with the garden space, adding a few of those Japanese trees. And also that one white tree is from Cats and Dogs. I don't know about you guys, but that is probably my favorite tree. And it also comes with a green swatch as well. So if you don't like that flowery whiteness, then there is a green swatch. But I love it for this environment. I think it fits really well with the big red maple tree. But now I'm just adding some terrain paint around. And one tip for you guys, if you're not aware, if you add dirt around the edges, it actually helps to make it look a lot more blend in and natural. So that's kind of what I'm doing at this point, just going around everything and adding that dirt around just kind of makes it a little bit more realistic. But of course, I did not learn, I learned that from other simmers as well, and it's definitely a good technique, and you can adjust the softness of the brush to make it blend a little bit more easier so it's not as harsh. And now I'm just adding a few things on the back deck, some gardening pots, just a little hangout spot. Again, I didn't really add too much to this. Probably will add more as we go, but I want to see what the family is like before adding too much in. So let me know if there's anything else I should add to this backyard space. I am all ears for that. And just that little swing that we're adding as well, because I love that swing from the toddler's kit. It is so cute, and that will definitely help with our motor skills for our child. Just finishing up now with some bushes around the place, just to add in more of that blended greenery from the front. And now I am just finishing off the build by adding some lighting at nighttime, because obviously we need to be able to see. So I'm just adding some lights around the place and just on the walls. Again, trying to pick the Snowy Escape themed lights. Those square lights I just love. They are so cute, and they definitely fit in well with the wallpaper that we chose. So as I go around and add everything, just making the final touches on this build, please give my video a like, subscribe if you're interested in this, and leave any comments on what I should be building in the future. I really appreciate anyone that leaves a comment or a like. It definitely warms my heart, and I love that you guys are watching, so thank you so much for watching up until this point. Again, let me know what I could do better, but yeah, as we're just finishing up adding a few more details to this pond, I will be getting into some photo shots to show you what the build looks like in first person mode. So just a few shots of the outside, and we are gonna head right inside soon. But here's just a beautiful shot of this pond. It just looks so good in live mode. And then here we are in the kitchen. It just looks so nice and sleek. I'm really happy with how this turned out. Just some more shots of the living room and the small study room. And here is the little nook that I was talking about. It is just so simple. I love this design. It doesn't need to be overcomplicated. Here's that primary bedroom. And oh, here is the bathroom that I did not show at all because I thought it would be boring. But let me know if you would like to see bathrooms in the future. And again, here is our Super Sims room in all of its glory with the beautiful decorations. I definitely put the most work into. But here is the house on the gallery. It is just called the Japanese Family Home. If you are interested, you can download it. My username on there is Totally Spacey. But that will be all for today. So if you enjoyed this video, again, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment on what you would like to see in the future. But other than that, I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.